Hello, 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 hello. South the Nation here. I think we're live. I think there's noise, and hopefully there's magic. How is everyone this evening? I'm painting white and gold Custodes. Let's get the light on there a bit better. Wargamer Online is in the house. Hello, is that Phil? If it is Phil, hello, sir. How are you? It has been a little while. We do need to catch up. We do indeed. I'm hoping I can uh, come down and see you before ChillCon. I've been having a look into it, but yeah, we do need to catch up at some point. So I'll drop you a message in sometime soon. Oh, Phil, did you get a chance to have a look at the Rhino tutorial? And hello to everyone else. I hope you are all well. So yeah, this is a commission I've got going on, so I'm just going to crack on with these, give you a little bit of an update on life and stuff like that. Tell you what's been happening in the world, and yeah, probably throw out some philosophical. Well, that's not a word. Philosophical views. There we go. Proper words. About whatever the hell my brain comes up with, because that happens. So yeah, how is everyone before I go on a massive ramble? Oh, no worries, Phil. Not a problem. Yes, we do need to talk ChillCon stuff. Yes, yes. I'm not entirely sure what we're doing. I know I'm painting stuff. I don't know the logistics of it yet, so I'm not sure if anyone does. So it might well be me spearheading that, even though I'm not part of the organization team. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yes, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm free after this. Phil also Phil I can't even brain work. Philosophical. I thought it was philosophical. I thought it was a L in it. Uh yeah, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm free after this, Phil. So yeah, we can jump into chat. I'll send you a link or something after this done. If you want to come on a show, you're welcome to as well. But I appreciate live is not everyone's cup of tar all the time. So yes. So yeah, let's get you all updated with what's been going on. So I've been away for a little bit. I've been filming tutorials. I have an Adeptus Titanicus one coming out. I have a Space Wolf one for a Marine. If you go over to Wargame Online and sign up for a premium account soon, hopefully, there will be a Space Wolf Rhino painting tutorial. That one's particularly for Mythos from Frost and Fist because I said I was going to show him how to do it. So I did a tutorial for him. So hopefully that works. Philosophical. Oh, you're just putting words in my mouth. Philosophical. Yeah, let's go with that. Yes. So, what has been happening in the world? Yeah, Titanicus came out. I hit that like a steam train. To be fair, I didn't like Titanicus. Words. Um, Titanicus was something I was looking at from afar, and I was like, 175 quid for a Grandmaster edition. That's a lot of pennies. Not sure on that. Not sure on that. Not sure on that. And I bought it. So yeah. And then it arrived, and I realized how much I love it. It was just like, Titans are cool. So yeah. I've done that, and I did a tutorial on how I painted it, and a lot of people will be asking me how I did the flame effects. So if you go over to Elster Nation's Minis Facebook page, you'll see pictures on there of how it goes. If you go onto Wargame Online's Facebook page as well, you'll see it on there. And if you go onto Adeptus Titanicus Facebook page, you'll see it on there as well. So yes, I posted it in a few places. It looks very good indeed. So yeah, Titanicus was awesome. So it came, I hit it, finished everything apart from the buildings. I still need to do the buildings, but I was like, yeah, I can do the buildings at another point. So then I was like, right, okay. I went on a bit of a splurge spending spree. I was having a bit of a bad time. For personal reasons and stuff like that. It happens. And for some reason, my brain equated it that I thought I was going through my midlife crisis. So I thought it was justified in spending a lot of money on a lot of things. How wrong I was. Yeah, but I did get some good bargains out of it, which I was very impressed with myself, actually. So one of them was completely impulse buy, but there was some mathematics. My wife is loving the mispronunciation. There's going to be a lot more of it. There's going to be a lot more of it, I can assure you. My brain is just not working in the higher functions today. Philosophical. See, if you switch it just with the P's and stuff like that, it starts becoming slightly dodgy, like philosophophile. And then you're like, what's a philosophophile? And then, yeah, all kinds of fun stuff racking through your brain when you try and figure that out. Yeah. So I went on holiday, and then I was having a bad time, and I thought spending stuff will make me feel better. Obviously that's not good advice to anyone. Don't do that. It doesn't help sort out the stuff you need to do. But there was a couple of things I bought, and I I still think I've got a bargain to this day, because even if I sell them separately, I'm going to make my money back. So I'll tell you the price as well. But I know you don't usually do it because money is a sensitive subject for people, and yeah. So a guy on Facebook was selling effectively a destruction army for Age of Sigmar for £150. Oh dear Lord! Right, so I've got a bit of a compliment here. I'm gonna throw this one up. So I've just been told by Mr. Wargame Online that she says, Sarah says she brain work. You are the only YouTube channel she finds interesting. Wow, there's a lot of people in the internet. A lot of people in the internet, and I'm the only one that's interesting. I want to say that you could probably find some people that are more interesting than me, but I will take it as a compliment. Words. Yes. I will take that as a compliment. Thank you very much. Sometimes I run at a higher gear and I talk a lot faster and it comes out clearer. When I don't and I slow down, things start going wrong like that. And yeah, I can't talk properly. So yeah. So yes. Yeah. So firstly, with this soul story, again, to reiterate, if you're in a bad time, do not spend money to make yourself feel better. It's a temporary thing. And then afterwards, you've just got loads of debt. So, yeah, doesn't do you any real favors. However, this one, I'm pretty sure I can make some money out of it. Now, I'm going to have to say, this is a little bit of a guilty sin of mine. When I look at model stuff, and I don't know if enough people admit to this in the world, when they see deals, and hobby deals. So say Games Workshop's releasing a limited edition run of something. They do it all the time. I would be surprised if people didn't take, if people just took a couple of seconds more to go, what, why do you want that? And people will go, because limited edition, I won't be able to get it for a certain amount of time. I would be very surprised if there wasn't a lot of people's brains were not doing an extra calculation behind the scenes, which they might not know that it's doing. Mine certainly does, because I know I'm doing it. Of going, right, well, if it's limited edition, that means it's going to be rare. And if things are rare, then they're valuable. Now, things that are valuable cost more money than things that are not valuable. So, i.e., if it's limited edition, I'm going to make some money off of it if I can get it while it's at the cheaper price. Now, my brain works like that. I know that. I admit it. It's fine. I freely admit it. If your brain doesn't think like that, my brain has a hard time understanding your brain. But that's not to be unexpected, because if I could understand your brain, then that would be freaky. I could control you. That'd be freaky weird. Obviously, people have different brains. They work different ways, and that's life. That has to be, because otherwise the world would be an ant colony effectively, and we'd all just talk telepathically and understand each other's every thoughts. Interesting book though. Shadows of the Apt. If you read that book series, there's a species, well, a race of humans in that which would make you understand that. Sorry, let me put that into more context and more logical wording. They're in that book, the whole human race. There's different kinds of races, a bit much like you have here. So you have African Americans, you have Caucasians, you have Indonesians, Asians, etc., etc. Everyone is a human, but of a different race, if that makes sense. So different ethnicity. I'm going to get the words right. In Shadows of the Apt, people have not evolved from primates. They haven't evolved from mammals. They've evolved from insects. If you can hear screaming outside, I think a fox is having a fight with a cat. Interesting story there. So if you hear screaming, that's happening. So, and in that, each type of human that has evolved has a different type of ability. So, for example, the wasp people are much more, they're more angular in feature, they're much more aggressive, they have wings, and they can shoot fireballs. So, yes, that's what wasp people can do. Beetle people are predominantly slavers, or sorry, not slavers, slaves, who work tirelessly, usually because they're pretty hardy and they're pretty strong. However, they're quite inventive, and the whole premise of the book is the fact that the human race has gone through this time and era of where the more martial races have been in charge, like the wasps, the moths. They were kind of like a monk race. Cool. See you later, Phil. Yeah. So the moths, all the more martial races were more in charge. Now, one of the races was ants. So the people that evolved from ants were all basically telepathic, and they all lived in the city, and they could all talk to each other telepathically. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, Frost and Fist. Check the chat. Phil has uploaded something for you from me on the WGO website, so go check that out. And Phil, yes, we'll catch up in a little bit. Yeah, so getting back to the Shadows of the Apt kind of storyline. The premise of the book is obviously the Beatles have been slaves, everyone else has been marshaled, there's been wars and everything, etc., etc., etc. But it's basically coming to a stage of industrial revolution where the Beatles, who are the slavers and workers, are also quite technical, and they're quite inventive. So they're becoming they're basically buying out their own slavery because they're so smart and they're creating things. They're getting to the point where they're starting to run things because people want their technology so much so they can effectively buy out their own slavery. So the Beetle people are no longer really slaves. They're kind of their own. They're becoming their own culture and dominance in its own right. Now, the other martial races are still obviously still wanting to war. That's what they do. La 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 la. But the Beetle people now have to fight a war against them, and but they're not necessarily martial, so they have to think of what to do. So they start creating like war engines and stuff like that, which is a lot different to the other ones. Other ones have been relying on swords and shields for God knows how long. And now, yeah, they're all having a fight. So it's an interesting concept. It's basically showing the Industrial Revolution going from swords and shields into stuff like guns and machines and stuff like that. And it's really quite an interesting take on things. I unfortunately I didn't get through the whole series. I got to like book 7 and started losing steam with me. So I've taken a break. I'd like to pick it up again at some point, but whether I do or not, I don't know. But yeah, that is the Shadows of the Apt series. I can't remember who it's wrote by, but yes. Yeah. So I don't know how I got onto that tangent, but I did. Something about evolution of people and understanding people's brains. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, because the ant people, they can all talk to each other. They're really, really good. Like they're a really unique army because they can talk to each other, so they can reorganize formations really fast. So yeah, they were kind of a scary nation to deal with. But back to where we were. I have no idea where I was, where I left off, but hey. So I'm painting Custodes. This is a commission. The guy I'm painting it for is, I have to say, probably one of my most favorite customers. He's a decent guy. He always likes and gives good feedback, and he's happy to say if he's not really happy with something or if he wants something different. It's really good. There's no underlying pressure or anything like that. We get it done when we get it done, and he seems happy with it. I'm very happy with it as well. So, yeah, really happy to do these. I'm doing these. Then there's a knight he wants me to make for him and paint for him. And I'm pretty sure his exact wordings were, "I want you to go to town on this thing." So I was like, okay. And yeah, this knight is in pieces at the moment, but soon I'm gonna have to assemble it, and we got to do something awesome. Frost and Fierce, the lore sounds awesome. It is a very interesting lore. The cool thing is there's a race of mantis people, and they have like blades that come out of the sides of their arms that are like jagged, and they're like ninja master kind of samurai, kind of almost samurai-esque, but they're quite vicious. So yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, really interesting. Oh, I was thinking, what other series have I read that I kind of liked? Is it Temera? Temera, which is to do with like the Battle of Waterloo, and Wellington and Napoleon and that lot, but there were dragons at the time, and people would ride dragons. And I was just like, ooh, this is an interesting story. It got a bit crazy because they ended up doing something bad and then got shipped off to Australia as a punishment. And then things went a bit weird, and there were other kinds of drag. It got a bit odd. Unfortunately, yeah, I lost traction after about sixth or seventh book. So I probably need to try and push into like the later stages of these series and see if I can get any further with them. But yeah, I find them sometimes when a book series goes on that long, you just start losing steam with it. You're like, yeah, I'm losing interest in this now. So I'd be kind of intrigued to see if a book series could keep me longer than 7 books. I know the Horus Heresy has, but the Horus Heresy has had some weak books. Not a lot of weak books, but it's had some weak books. Um, the but it's had a lot of good books, so I think that's why you kind of keep on going with the Horus Heresy series because, yeah, you kind of know there's going to be some good gems coming out. Um, yeah, Frost and Fist. I really hope that Sakaran works with it. If you've got an airbrush, mate, it should help you out doing it. It's it doesn't take a lot to do it. As soon as you understand the logic of it, you'll be well away, mate. So yeah, don't worry. And soon I will be taking applications form for apprentices. So yes, yeah, you can apply soon. I joke, I joke. I would never take on apprentices. I'm not that good. Um, I would just tell people how I do stuff. I never really saw the point in hoarding knowledge. Um, I will never be as good as some of the painters out there because I just can't be bothered to spend that much time on something. Whereas they can. So, no, I know that. And that works for me. Some people want to look like that without doing any effort. And you're like, nope, 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 nope. That won't work. So, yeah. But hoarding knowledge, never been the thing I liked. Time to teach people is definitely a thing, though, because there's not always the time in the day, sorry, to do that, which is why I like doing the video tutorials, because even when I'm dead and gone, hopefully, if YouTube's still around, someone will be able to pick them up and get some advice and info out of them, and I can teach from beyond the grave and all that jazz. So it's kind of like leaving behind a little legacy. Um, I like that, Frost and Fist. I did take a break from Horus Heresy. I get tired of having every book ending and all the good guys die. Yeah, yeah. They, I would like to say, that's not true, but not all of them die. A lot of them die. Um, yeah, but I like some of the bad guys. Which is kind of I love Sevatar from Night Lords. I know I'm jealous because Night Lords, but I think Sevatar is possibly him and Khan combined together, possibly two of the best characters that you can think of. Because Khan is like a quite a logical, smart person. It's just every now and again he loses his marbles and tears the living crap out of everyone. So yeah. Whereas Sevatar, pretty much a sadistic, sadomasochistic I don't know, something. He's a psychopath, basically. But he's quite a smart psychopath, and he's not without justice. But I think that's kind of the thing with the Night Lords. They're all about justice. It's not about. It's not about a lot of things which people think about them. I think it is generally. It's like this is justice. This is what you deserve. Just take it and deal with it because it's the worst thing you could have happen. And so Real's in the house. Been a while, good sir. Yeah, it's been a while. Hope all is well. God, I love it when you can hear outside and you hear someone in the car and you can hear rap music being blared out pretty loudly. And then you look outside and it's a scrawny white guy. And you're like, something's not right with the world. It's like, oh, look, it's a new Eminem. I joke. I just find it funny, the gangster stereotype. It amuses me. What colour to do you? I think as well, if you're in the UK, seeing what we equate to as a gangster, and I'm not talking like the old school London gangsters because they were scary, but I'm talking like the new school gangsters. They kind of just leave you not in like awe or anything like that. It's just like, oh well, look at you. Isn't that spectacular? So, but hey ho, everyone's a gangster. Right. Let's tell you about what else has been going on. So, as I mentioned earlier, I did Titanicus. I hit that full ball, painted up the set. Apart from the buildings, need to get them done. Once they're done, that is that entire set done, which is cool. I was going to mention about I got a really good deal uh, from a guy on a trading site on Facebook, and I thought it was a joke at first. Oh, you're moving to the Everglades. Oh, nice. Why are you moving there, Surreal? I will get to the end of this story about the deal I got on Facebook. So yeah, a guy was selling a destruction army, as I mentioned about half an hour ago or so, and he wanted £150 for it. Now, £150 is a lot of money, especially if you translate into other monies. Then it's quite a lot of money. But he wanted it. Now, my brain calculated how much was in that he was selling. And I went, whew, that's a good deal. So I asked him, he didn't get back to me for a couple of days, and I thought, bugger it, lost it to someone else. Then he messaged me, he said, no, deal's fallen through with the other person, do you still want it? And I was like, yes, I do. I didn't really have the money for it, but credit cards are an amazing thing. So, so I sent him the money. Now, let me tell you this. See if you guys think this is a good deal or not. So, it was £150. Within that £150, there was a Crusader case, which is the big GW case, the newer ones. There was 4 Iron Jaws Mega Bosses. There was 4 Iron Jaws Weird Knobs or Weird Boys, Weird Boy Shamans or whatever they're called. There was 40 Savage Orc Boys. There was 3 Iron Jaws War Chanters. There were 12 Iron Jaws Gore Grunters. There was 20 Iron Jaws Ard Boys. There was 12 Goblin Fanatics. There was one Doom Diver crew, Goblin Doom Diver crew. There was 2 Goblin Bolt Throwers with crew. I think there was 20 Night Goblins in there. Did I say the 40 Savage Orc Boys? Did the 12 Gore Grunters? And 5 Giants. So, yeah, for £150. Now, my brain worked that out pretty rapidly. Went, that is a lot of money. Well, that is a lot of stuff for a not so massive amount of money. So I snapped up as best I could, and I got it. I was happy. I now have a lot of models. I need to stuff. Surreal says, "Did you ever sell your stuff?" Which stuff are we talking about here, Surreal? I have lots of stuff. Yes, Jim. Yeah, exactly. £150. He wanted £8 postage, and I was like, you know what? I can stretch that far. So sorry, and an Iron Jaws Maw Crusher as well. Completely forgot about that. So yeah, for £150. I mean, 5 Giants and a Maw Crusher plus the carry case on its own is probably worth more than £150. And then you got a bucket ton of side. 12 Gore Grunters? 12? Excessive much? But I snapped him up on it, and now I've got a load of that. I never need to buy any more destruction stuff again. So, yeah. So I got that now. Now I need to paint those up. So I painted up 5 of the Gore Grunters. I need to paint up 7 more. So I will get around to that at some point. And then I've got 40 Oryx, 20 R-Boys. God knows how much. So I'm all... Oh, sorry, and 20 Ogres. I completely forgot about that. 20 Ogres. 4 of them are Lead Belchers, 4 of them are Iron Guts, and the rest were just normal Ogres. Yeah, this deal was nuts. So... Yeah. I was kind of gobsmacked with this guy selling it. I was just like, I'm not even going to question you. I mean, even if he said he had 4 mega bosses, I was like, even if they were just like converted orcs into mega bosses, I'd be like, yeah, it's still a really good deal. No, they're 4 of the actual big mega bosses. And I was just like, right. Yep. That was an amazing deal. Now I don't know what to do with them. I've got them, and yeah, and I will need to do something with them. So yes, completely missed that bit on all these guns. Doy. So yeah, got that. Feeling good. And I was just saying about, as I was saying at the beginning of the video, I was having a bit of a bad time at a certain point, and yeah, it was bad, and I was thinking something was really wrong with me, and my brain was half equating it to thinking I was having a midlife crisis. So I was just like, So anyone who's having a midlife crisis, try not to let yourself go mad on the spending spree because it doesn't work. It doesn't do a lot. The old boys is in. Hello. Yeah, the Maw Crusher's an amazing model. It's just like you look at it first and you're like, it's like a bulldog dragon. But then after a while, you're like, that is a mean looking dragon. So, yeah, Maw Crushers, just awesome. So yeah, had all that. So we did Titanicus, we did that. We've had this commission come in, so we're doing this. Um, I'm now in the process of moving some things along. So I've currently got my Space Wolves up for sale. I had a buyer, well, I had someone interested, and then they dropped out. I had a guy from Hawaii interested, but it ended up being too much money for him. So now they've gone off to the world of eBay to see what's going on. I've got a couple of other items on there as well, including some old school Praetorians, if anyone's after them. Got some of the Miss miniature stuff on sale there, some of the painted minis, bits and bobs like that. And yeah, go get some more bits up there. One, to make some money, and two, to make some room, because I don't have a lot of room left. But gonna do that. Gonna get the Skaven finished off, I think, and get them out of the way and get them on eBay or wherever, wherever they go to or land up. I think I'll also get my Chaos Demons army sorted out, and probably sell them. So it'll be a Zinch demon army to go. But I'm going to see if I might. I've got some Karak acolytes. I might paint them all up and do it as a one big AOS fantasy army. But we'll see. Let's see if anyone's interested, but we shall see. And then, so I've got all of this stuff going on, all these bits and bobs on my plate. And then we're having a chat in the Five Guys, Five Kill Team box. And him and Dan and Spud were talking about playing Mythic Battles Pantheon, but they're being cryptic about it. They're like, "Oh, that game's amazing. We got to play that game more." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." They're just talking about a game, and they're like, "Elston would go crazy to paint some of those models." And instantly, I perked up. I was like, "Excuse me, what? Paint amazing models? What? What?" And then Dan was like, "Oh yeah, it's they got some cool models." I was like, "Sorry, what are we talking about?" And they told me about Mythic Battles Pantheon, and I was like, "Yes, yes, yes, I would love to paint some of those models." And he said, "Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to afford your services." I was like, "I will paint them for free." So he's like, "Well, what do you like painting?" I was like, "I like painting dragons." So he has sent me a load of things to paint up. And I was like, look, dude, the more you send me, the longer it's going to take. And therefore, yeah, you're going to have to wait longer to get these guys back. But he sent me this. Check that out for a snake in detail. Oh, 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 focus, focus. Check that out for detail. It's like hard plastic as well. Ooh, should knock something else over. Then we got Medusa Lady. Again, this is hard plastic stuff. Got this thing. Another kind of dragon. Oh, focus. Focus on this. This is what you want to focus on. What else we got? Apparently, this is the actual dragon. I was like, right. I'll focus properly. Ooh. So that apparently is the dragon. I was like, okay, weird. Um, Also sent me Snake Man. Ooh. I was like, okay, cool. What else did he send me? Sorry, this is nothing to do with dragons. Sent me some weird rock monster. I was like, okay, rock monster. He also sent me this. Check out that. Don't those heads remind you of like conger eels? Not Gaslands Mythic Battles Pantheon, but if you wanted to use it in Gaslands, maybe. um, that one. And he asked me if I wanted to paint up a god, and I was like, okay, I don't really mind. So he sent me this one. This is Pan. So this is going to be well interesting to paint. Ta-da! 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 Yeah, so they're going to be fun. So yeah, that's going to be funky, cool, fresh. And then I don't know what's going to happen next. I've still got loads to paint, to be honest with you. So yeah, right. Let's move on to painting some Paturges. I still get weirded out by that name, Paturges. Just doesn't seem like the right name, or doesn't seem like you're pronouncing it properly, or if it's just Turges or Purges, Paturges. How odd. Oh yeah, they got brown gauntlets as well, don't they? It's weird, I don't get this. They've got like the strongest armor in the Imperium, and yet they put leather around it. Still don't really get it. So, what else has been going on in the world? So, the five guys, five kill teams thing, I am the most slacking person out of the lot. Jojo Man's done his kill team, Baz has done his kill team, Spud's working on his, Dan's done his. I have put together two guys. But Spud hasn't finished his yet. So I have until the time that Spud finishes his to get mine done. So I'm going to pull something crazy out of the bag pretty soon and do that. The main reason why I haven't done a kill team and got massively into it is because I played Thousand Suns. I played Thousand Suns in kill team. And oh my god, are they broken. Like, I played a couple of games with Chaos Space Marines against my mates Dark Angels. And it was a bit neck and neck. I lost most of the games, but yeah, mainly because Primaris 2 wounds and all that jazz made things a bit interesting. However, as soon as I switched to the Thousand Suns, they just steamrolled. They just they were not something I think I lost a guy, if that. Um, possibly not. Um, yeah, they are just ridiculously good. Mm. Surreal, you probably need to get caught up with things, mate. Spud's into wargaming again. You'll have to go check it out. But yeah, he's into wargaming again. So yeah, he's still a Viking. But yeah, we were chatting the other day and he was like, "Oh yeah, get this, get this." And today even I've just sent him off a load of model bits so that he can do conversions and stuff. So yeah, Spud is back into wargame again. So we still haven't managed to sort out chilling wargamers, but we'll get there. We need to do something soon because of ChillCon's coming up. So we need to get some videos out and get some people interested. If they can come along and say hello, hopefully it'll be a good one. And yeah, I've got to get ready for that because I'm doing some painting lessons or demos there, it seems. So we'll see how that goes. Surreal. If Spud could see your messages. Yeah, Spud has been a busy boy as of late. Yeah. So I wanted to also do the show because I appreciate Sam is not doing Wargamer Online at the moment, and I wanted to try and help out and provide a little bit of content for to kind of keep it active and going and stuff like that. Phil, if anyone wonders, we had a chat very early on in time, early days, where Phil said I could basically put out links, but it's only to like videos and chilling chats on the Wargame Online Facebook page because I know there's a no link policy. But Phil kindly said, yeah, I could, which I think Hulk's still living in the aquarium at the moment, surreal. So yeah, I thought I'd do a little bit of a live show for people if they were missing the live show element. I know Phil will do his thing, and yeah, at the end of the day, it's their thing. But anyone who's missing the live show aspect, yeah. See, the old boys will get you caught up to speed with Spud, mate. I actually went up to see him. I went to his turf. We watched a guy run through knives and fire in his hometown. It was very odd. Like, didn't really know what was going on, but he was like showing us around Leeds and go, yeah, so this is this, and we're like, all right, this guy runs like hurdles through square boxes that are either on fire or have got loads of knives or are sharp. And he does it blindfolded. I was like, okay. right? It's there, and yeah, basically people pay him money. I was like, okay. Also watched him do it, and yeah, he just stomped through. Yeah, he just stomped through a load of fire and knives and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting thing to see in Leeds. So, yeah, Leeds was an interesting place. It was definitely nice to see other cities, but I'll tell you what, man, if you ever go to Leeds, watch out, watch out. If you drive, you are screwed. Parking in Leeds is nuts. It's beyond nuts. It's crazy. I'm just like, what? Because apparently they don't have a lot of parking there. So all the parking that is there is super expensive. So it's something like £4 to £5, maybe even £6 an hour to go there. Now, anyone want to use their conversion rate to convert it to the country they're in, convert £6 to whatever currency, and that's what you have to pay per hour to park in Spuds Town. So no wonder everyone gets trained. But yeah, man. Whew. Crazy money. Crazy, crazy, crazy money. So, but we did have some nice noodles while we were up there. Um, yeah, it was cool. It was good seeing Buddy Spud. It'd be cool if there was like a little doorway I could just step through and be like where he is, so we could hang out for the evening, sort of thing. Because we are literally hundreds of miles apart from each other. So the UK is not a big country by any means, but we are pretty much a day or so's drive away from each other. So it's not very often we actually get to hang out in person with each other a lot. Like ChillCon's one of the few things, but we usually rush around like little ass flies anyway, so don't really get much of a chance there. And yeah, it was cool catching him with my boy. So also went to see Walking with Dinosaurs. That was cool. That was really cool. Big animatronic, animatronic, ana, is that the word? Animatronic dinosaurs. Basically, dinosaurs that walked around. Hmm. So now I'm gonna do one more set of potatoes, and then probably gonna call it a night because I really need to get a drink because my voice is dying on me. Um, I'm gonna go get a hot drink. I've not been feeling terribly well, so I'm probably just gonna go lie down in bed. But unless Phil's about, and they need to have a chat with Phil about stuff, but I need to see what's going on. So yeah. But yes, thank you for everyone that's joined in this evening. It's been great fun. And thank you for joining for the chat. Mythos, I really hope that tutorial does you some it does you some service and helps you out a bit, mate. It's as I said, once you see the logic of it, there's really not it's not as difficult as it seems. So here's hoping that helps out. I've just got to do the voiceover of the painting the Primaris Marine in the Space Wolves tutorial. As soon as I've done that, I'll get that one out. I'm also going to be doing Warlord Titan tutorial. What's we got? We've got the Miss Miniatures Dragon Ogre coming out. We're going to do that tutorial, which is actually on eBay at the moment, that model. What else we got? Purple Sun. With that tutorial, got Blood Bowl Ogre tutorial. Got the Rogue Idol tutorial. Yeah, I might have another one somewhere, but I think that's all I've got for tutorials at the moment. But I might do some of these Mythic Battles Pantheons, so yeah. Right, I'll leave it there. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for Surreal. I haven't seen you in ages, mate, so it's good to catch up. I forgot how long you guys have to wait for some stuff. Yeah, we do. Yeah, thanks everyone for to the Orc Boys, Frost and Fist, the Wargamer Online, Surreal, anyone else? Anyone else? Jim Wilson. I think that's it. So, and anyone else who's chatted. So, thank you very much for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll catch you sometime soon. So, take a stay. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.